Hi everyone, dear students. As you know that last time I gave you few assignments and study material based on prepositions, which is one of our parts of speech, and I got your feedback too. So in this video I will be clarifying the difference between prepositions above and over and under and below. So let's begin with it. Prepositions. As you can see that the word itself shows this is preposition. Preposition. So preposition means preposition, a word or a phrase which is used before noun and or pronoun to show time, direction and place, etc. Means the word which takes preposition, that is called preposition. And in this video we'll be clarifying the difference. So difference between above and over. Fine. So above and over word itself shows that one thing is in higher position than another. Fine. So now what's the difference between both? How will we use these prepositions? Let's take an example. uh, like I have a surface here. If I'll say, just imagine here is a tree. Sorry, my drawing is not very good. So if I'll talk about that here is a bird, I'll give an example of a bird. So if now what will you say? The bird is over the tree or above the tree? Anyhow, wherever this bird flies means it will be above the tree. Like if it stays higher than the tree, wherever it goes, maybe yeah, left side or right side, wherever the bird will fly, you will say the bird is above the tree. Fine. If it goes left hand side or right hand side, you'll say the bird is, if it is flying like the same bird I'm talking about. Fine. So if it goes left hand side or right hand side, if it flies here and here, so we'll say the bird is above the tree. When the bird is direct vertical line but still higher than the tree, we'll say the bird is over the tree. Like in this, here, if the bird is direct vertical line but still higher than the tree, so see the difference. So we'll say the bird is over the tree. So however, the bird is still above the tree, but we are just being more precise in describing its location. In short, I mean to say that over means directly above, and but above means it can be either, it can be after left hand side or right hand side. Clear? One more example I can give, like if any object, two objects are placed like this, so we'll say this is we'll say this object is above this. So this is the example of above. On the other hand, when any object, it can touch another object or it cannot touch another object, so we'll say it's over. Fine. So can touch, or we can say cannot touch. Fine. So here are two sentences. Like first is they put a blanket over her. That means over her, you can see it touches the surface. Fine. Or we are going to put a blanket over a girl. So they put a blanket above her. It cannot be. Fine. Above means it does not touch. Normally we use above when we talk about horizontal surfaces. That's why we are saying the bird is above the tree. So when we talk about horizontal surfaces, we use above, and when we talk about vertical surfaces, we use over. However, exceptions are always there in language. Now let's clear the difference between below and under. below and under. Imagine this is a mole. Fine. Moles are animals but live inside the ground. Fine. So wherever this mole moves, maybe this side or this side, it is always, we'll say, below the surface. Fine. We'll say this mole is below the tree. If it is moving this side or this side, so we'll say the mole is below the tree. Or if the bird is also there, so we'll say the mole is below the bird. But when the mole is direct vertical line with the tree or a bird, we can say the mole is under the tree or under the bird, sorry. I hope this is clear. Then that when the mole is moving here and there, so we'll say it is below the tree or below the bird. And when it is, something is under something, when it is under this tree, when it is in vertical line with tree or a bird, so we'll say the mole is under the tree or under the bird. Students, one more thing I want to clear here, that we normally use over with numbers and time. For example, if I'll say I got dash 50 likes on my DP. Fine. So, or we can say my video. Fine. So here we'll put over because number is here. So we use over with numbers and time, not above. Like one more sentence. If I'll say he had been waiting for dash an hour. So here again we'll use over because time is given. Clear? And there is an exception in the use of above, that when we talk about temperature in relation to 0, when we talk about temperature in relation to 0 or the average, we always use above, not over, only in relation to 0. For example, if I'll say it was 6 degrees above 0. Fine. So here in relation to 0 we used above, not over. Another example, like I'll say his work was dash average. Here also above average. So we use above when the temperature in relation to 0 or with average. Though in all other temperatures we can use both, like the temperature is above 30 degrees or over 30 degrees. Both will be correct. Now it's time for recapitulation. So I have few sentences. So the first is the city is 500 meters dash the sea level. So what do you think? What will come, above or over? Yes, it will be above because we are talking about sea level. I told you that when we are talking about the surfaces in horizontal lines, so we usually put above only. So we are talking about sea level surface, so which is horizontal, so we write above. So second is pour some cream dash the surface or the slice and serve it. So now what will be here, above or over? It will be over because when you pour something on something means on some surface or a slice, so it will definitely touch it, so we'll write over. So next is dash 10 million people voted for his party. So here it will be again over, because here we are talking about numbers. So we use over, not above. Thank you students. I hope this video will help you. See you soon. Bye.